Really excited to launch that out, Drea the Gift. I provide spiritual life coach services for leaders. Leaders are anyone that is responsible for other people, where other people are leaning on them for whatever reason. They could be business professionals, they can be parents, they can be civic leaders, they even could be aspiring leaders. You know, it doesn't have to do anything with your title. It's just for people that could come together like-minded and express themselves and have support. And so that's what Spiritual Life Coach for Leaders is all about. I provide spiritual health, financial wellness, business strategies, and leadership development. So those are my 4 areas. I'm also looking for other people that are in the health and wellness industry or any other industries I can partner with that do things outside of that scope. People that can provide other services that are complementary to mine as well. So that would be great if you guys know anybody. So this is just going to be a short call. I'll do my part since I can't hear you guys. Please feel free to put in 1 or 2 words that describes how you're feeling right now, and I'll make sure I include it. So typically what I do is I talk about GoKALYS. All right, GoKALYS is an acronym I came up with. I'll be trademarking it pretty soon. GoKALYS is an acronym. As part of you guys, some of you know my background. I was in the military for almost 13 years. Been business owner, HR background. We have a lot of things. Okay, overwhelmed. That's good. Thank you for sharing, Sammy. So my thing is, even in the military, we were always told to suck it up and drive on. We didn't have the support, at least when I was in, to be able to seek out help because we were viewed as weak and not capable of leading others if you had a bunch of problems. So this opportunity for us to get together like-minded. So GoKALYS is an acronym. It is GoKALYS. 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 I'm gonna write it in the comments so you guys can see it. GoKALYS. As you can see, GoKALYS is capitalized. It stands for gift of, and then KALYS is knowing, accepting, and loving yourself. The Y is yourself. So basically what happens is when I go and do typical trainings or I share how to do things as far as self-care goes and spiritual health, I use that acronym, and I'll go over that in a few minutes just to kind of let you know. But today I'm going to focus only on the K, which is knowing, and I'm going to give you some practical things that you can do to kind of help you through whatever you're going through, regardless if you share it or not. I can give some examples of what I had. So this is something that I know I needed, something that I knew I can benefit from, and it was really hard to find the supportive group because, like we said earlier, everybody's depending on you. Who do you go to when you need help? So I created this because I needed it and I needed to identify other leaders that I could also depend on. So looking forward to creating a community with you as well. So GoKALYS, gift of knowing, accepting, and love yourself. So gift, as you can see, I own Drea the Gift. Drea is a Greek word for gift, and so everything has kind of like a gift thing going on. If you go to my website at www.dreathegift.com, you'll be able to see more about it. So anyway, GoKALYS, the gift of knowing, accepting, and loving yourself. So basically, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on in your life, you can use this tool to help you. Let me talk about real quick the spiritual side. The spiritual side is not any religion. It's not any type of doctrine. is just basically the foundation of your beliefs. So whatever you're going through, obviously it's contradicting to something that you believe in, your expectations are, whatever is going on in your life, making sure that it aligns with your understanding what things to do and how to move forward in that. So here's the thing. One of the things I like to look at is there is a scripture that does say that you have everything that pertains to life and godliness. Life and godliness. So you want to make sure that you come from a perspective that you have everything you need at this moment right now. Think about it. I don't care if it's a financial situation. Just think about it right now, financial. Let's say your challenge is financial. Right now, in this very moment, in this very second, this very nanosecond, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your account right now, regardless if it's depleted or you have more than enough. Right now, you have everything you need, because at this very moment, there's no need at this second to depend on or rely on to get through this nanosecond right now with your finances. Right now. So it doesn't matter if you have negative, positive, no matter if you have more than enough, not enough. At this very moment, you have everything you need. So if we can agree with that right now, no matter what's going on, even if you can agree that, hey, my heart is beating, okay, I have maybe a roof over my head, maybe. Whatever your situation is, at this very nanosecond, you have everything you need. And guess what? Since I started talking, 3 more seconds have passed and you still have everything you need right now. So everything we go through, everything we attain, the lens that we look through is through the idea that you have everything you need right now. So this might take you a minute to kind of come to that realization. It may take you a minute for you to kind of, okay, like you might have it cognitively, but looking at your situation, no matter what's going on, that right now, I have everything I need. Now, you may want more, or some of you may be overwhelmed and may need less. But right now, you have everything you need, which means you have the tools and the know-how to get through every situation. Now, it may conflict with some of your beliefs, but you do have those tools. So knowing is not just cognitively knowing. It's not just saying, hey, you read a book, you can regurgitate something and say, yeah, I know this, I recognize it. This is just having that and knowing that one line, I have everything that pertains to life and godliness. Life, meaning everything that has to do with life, your physical needs, your mental needs, whatever it is, you have it. And then godliness is the things that are unseen, or the things that your beliefs and different things. You have access to everything you need. Sometimes when I get overwhelmed and I get anxious, it's because I'm thinking outside of the moment. I'm not being in the moment, because when I'm in the moment, I realize, oh my gosh, okay, I'm breathing. Okay, I got it right now. Nobody is beating down my door, needing something, whatever. Right now, I am okay. So no matter what you're going through, learn that this right now, you have everything that pertains to life and godliness. So that's what knowing is all about, is getting to that point. Accepting is knowing that you have everything. Now that you know that you have everything that pertains to life and godliness, you have everything you need. Then A is accepting. So knowing, accepting. So accepting is kind of taking an inventory of what you have. Let's look at a gardener. Right now, your mind may be like a garden that's been abandoned. Okay, and now you want to be fruitful. You want to be able to be productive and different things like that. But your mind is just out of control. It's overthinking, over processing. It's just not doing what it needs to do, and it's causing havoc in other parts of your life. So let's look at it as a garden that's been abandoned. So you can imagine there's debris, there's different things in there that's not supposed to be there. The land has not been tilled. It's hardened. It's not ready for any seed. It's not ready for production at this time. It's abandoned. So the first thing we have to do is kind of accept that this is where we're at. Okay, this is where I'm at. This is the situation's going on. Doesn't mean I like it. It's just what it is. Let me accept it. If you're stuck in the mud, the best thing to do before you start going against it is realizing this is where I'm at. Okay. And then we take an inventory. What's going on around us? What are the things that are in our path that could take away from what is going on in our lives, or the type of thoughts that could just be taking things away from what you need, that could choke your seed. So accepting what's there, accepting the different type of ideas, challenges that is getting away from you understanding that you have everything that you need. So just taking that inventory as just seeing where you're at. Loving is understanding that there's something that you may have to give up so you can receive. So you want to be able to receive what you need at this moment. And so looking through your inventory of what you have, and it's like, okay, what do I need to give up? Well, there's a lot of debris in there that will choke my seed in this garden. There's some things I'm going to have to let go. There's some negative thoughts that I may have to let go. There might be some expectations that I thought this was going to be what it is. It's keeping my garden from growing. So for the life to come back to this garden, I'm going to have to pluck out those things. So, and the loving part is understanding that, hey, you might have to remove some things so that way you have room to receive. And what you're receiving is that whatever it is that you need to help you move forward and to realize that you have everything that pertains to life and godliness. And then yourself is kind of grouped together, even though it's the Y and the S of GoKALYS. And that's basically really understanding your purpose and where you're at, and understanding that this is where I'm here, this is why I'm here, understanding this is my purpose. I'm here for a greater reason than my problem. And knowing that whatever it is that you're going through, knowing that that you have the tools, you have everything that pertains to life and godliness. You have the tools, you have the resources, you have the mindset, you have the breath of life that takes you to each moment. All right. And then you have the ability to love, to not only release the things that you don't need, but the ability to receive the things that you do need. And this is based on your purpose and who you are and your assignment that you're currently on in life. So when we look at going back to knowing, when we go back to that, if you can kind of write down what is some challenge that you're going through, and then just really take the time to pause and look at how can I frame whatever I'm going through, whatever that is going on in my life, how can I see it through the lens that I have everything? And then go through what that looks like for you. Because once you realize it, it becomes very exciting. Then it's like, once you realize you do have everything, then it's like, okay, where's the problem coming in? So then you have to understand too that because you have everything you need, then the answer is there. The answer is in front of you. So the next step is to ask to open your eyes so you can see the provision that is before you, so you can see what is designed and what is orchestrated for you to have access to. Let me tell you something real quick. This is something that I had to learn myself. I remember one time I was in my bedroom and I was praying to God, and I was like, hey God, I know that I have everything that pertains to godliness. Um, I need money, and I know I have it, but it must be in the spiritual realm. And he says who? And I was like, well, because I don't see it. He said, well, open your eyes. And at the time I was in my bedroom, I'm looking around. I see my messy dresser. I see, my closet, I'm bed. I'm like, what am I supposed to look at? And finally I said, God, open my eyes. Well, a little later on that day, I met this older gentleman. He's really an interesting guy. He always asked me how I was doing. And I was saying, yeah, I'm doing okay, just struggling, financially. And he's such a great guy. He was like in his 80s, and he always give me like $5 to help me out in my business. It was so cute and so endearing. One day I was having this conversation with him, and he, he said, I don't know too much about business, but, I know you said you network a lot and you know a lot of people. And I said, yeah. And he said, well, you have some business cards, how many do you have? And I was like, I don't know. And he said, well, guess. And I was like, oh, I have about 2,000. And, these are some examples of business cards that I have. And I was like, yeah, at least, 2,000 or so. It was crazy, how many. And this is not even all I have. It's crazy how many people I know. And I can really tell you how I met each one of them. It's really crazy. Anyway, so he was like, I don't know. Maybe you can, call them up and see if they want to be a part of your network, or, do business with you. I don't know. Maybe, charge them $10 to be a part of your network. And at that time, I stopped listening and I started calculating, 2,000 times 10 is 20,000. It's like, oh my God. So when I went back home, and I went back to my bedroom where I asked God to, for money, and he said, open my eyes. I go back into my bedroom and see on my dresser was a bunch of business cards. So when I was asking God for provision, and I was like, oh, it must be in the supernatural realm. And he told me to open my eyes, and I'm looking like, well, God, open my eyes. I was looking at $20,000 right in front of me. But the thing of it is, we have to understand God gives us our currency, our spiritual currency, are ideas. That's our spiritual currency. People are looking for money to fall out of the sky. They're looking for all these supernatural, lottery wins. I don't know what they're looking for, but, God works through our ideas. And that is another reason why, to clear your mind field, where we were talking about that garden, clear it of those debris and different things like that, so that way you can get rid of those debris so you can receive. Because our currency is the ability to come up with ideas. That is your currency. And so we need to clear our mind field and get it so that way, when an idea that already existed before our problem manifested in our lives, we understand that, oh, this idea is here to not only help me in this situation, but help me through this challenge or any other challenge that's going through. So realize it's an idea. So these business cards was cultivated idea, which is same as like a seed. And there's more to that story, and I love to share with you guys later on. But just allowing you to know that even in that moment when I thought I needed something, I already had it, but I didn't have the understanding to open my eyes to see what was around me. Something insignificant as, as I thought were, you know, business cards that were just, randomly placed on my dresser could have been equal to the finances that I needed at the time. So that's all today that I wanted to share with you. Just wanted to give you a little bit of some of the things that I provide with the weekly wellness check-in. Just getting to know what you're going through, what's going on in your life. Give you a chance to say one or two words that you are dealing with, and then giving you a bit of tools and motivation and resources to help you through. This is a platform for leaders. Doesn't matter what type of leader you are, a new and aspiring leader, or you are a business owner, civic leader, clergy, anything like that, leader of your household, leader of your life. This platform is for you. Normally, like I said before, I'm on Google Meet, but I wanted to do this live to give people opportunity to see what this is about and what to expect. Normally, I am on a platform where I can hear people and hear comments that you're going to be able to speak in and share thoughts and ideas. Here, you just have me. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of the weekly wellness check-in with Dorea. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you'll want to join me in the future in other platforms. Thank you so much for your time. Again, my name is Dorea, owner of Dorea the Gift. We're spiritual life coach services for leaders. We encourage and provide a supportive platform of peace, protection, and provision. Thank you so much.